Thank you.
Okay, so today's discussion, women in leadership, breaking barriers. What is your take? We'll start by Miss Rebecca. You are a lady that holds political position, a daring position where men always dominate. How has it been for you, a lady in leadership position, especially in government? How has it been for you? Because we know someone who is a clerk, that is a big title, and we are, should I say, the mini parliament of Ghana, where you are holding the position of someone who takes account of everything that happens in parliament, rewrites meetings. How has it been for you as a lady taking up parliamentary positions?
All right. Thank you very much, Miss. I'm so grateful. But on the more serious note, it hasn't been easy. In fact, even taking the mountain as a leader, it hasn't been easy for me because day in, day out, there are cases where you hear people say a whole lot of things about whatever you do behind your back, Yes, but still, you just have to tell yourself that, oh, you can do this. So, I don't know, I was there one day, then I decided that, oh no, this is what has been going on. There's something like YIP, I should join, yeah. And I decided to join. So, I wanted to join as an MP, then Honorable Jones was like, oh nah, I should go for a clerk. And I was like, clerk. Me that I'm even shy of people, you see, so I was like, okay, no problem, let me give it a try. Then I said, okay, sure, let me go for the clerk. Then he said I should be the clerk of accounts. I said, okay, no problem. But since I've been there, I noticed it was kind of okay. So I wasn't anything that has a lot of pressure like that. Yeah, so far so good. I'm okay, yes. I'm okay.
So far so good, you are okay. Miss Victoria, a lady holding leadership position in this country. We all know as a lady, before you hold any governmental position, you have to prove yourself worthy of that position. How has it been for you, a lady who has been in position for so long?
All right, thank you so much for this. Opportunity. Well, as my co-panelist said, it hasn't been easy, but sometimes you just have to put your fears aside. And then, me being the assistant clerk relation of youth in party parliament, if I should have asked me this question for some years ago, I'll be like, no, I don't think I'll be able to answer. But for now, I can answer because it has really given me the encouragement that I can do it. Maybe sometimes, especially in leadership positions, people think it's for men. So we fear, or that kind of fear in us, that I cannot go into this. But since I've started this, I think it's just normal as, like I think not before, like people have been saying that, no, it's hard, you can't do it. Yeah, so we just have to, put our fears aside and do certain things so that we can achieve the leadership roles together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Wilhelmina, the Clerk of Parliament for YIP. I might say you would have to do most of the work in Parliament because the House is under your control. Without you, citizens would be very, should I say, unplanned, unprepared. Things that are said at the meeting wouldn't be taken into account or consideration. How has it been for you so far so good as a lady in parliament, especially in political role?
Okay, it's been very good, honestly. As my colleagues have said before, if questions like this are put before you, you can't say anything about it. As youth, we just walk around. Some of us don't know what's happening in politics, but some of us, because of what we've decided to do, we get to know what's happening and what's going on in the parliament. So as the clerk of YIP, as you already said, if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, meetings can go unplanned and everything. To get records, keeping records is not easy. You have to make sure that every bit of what anybody says
has been
recorded.
Okay.
And imagine people talking for hours and you are sitting down recording that. You go back, type them. It's not easy, but then with determination, yes, it's determination. If you are determined, you can do it. So if
Okay.
we the women take up the mantles, yeah, we'll go far.
We'll go far indeed. So, ladies, this is a concerning issue, whereas as at 2026, the women in leadership position in Ghana is only 14% out of 100. And I must say, with this, we want to attain a 50% before 2030. But per what we are seeing, if a lady tends to hold higher position in Ghana, with social stigmatization, or people tend to say, oh, she maneuvered her way into that position, she didn't earn it willingly, she didn't earn it with work. How has it been? Have there been a time where such accusations has been laid before you ladies, or has it been a time you have to look back and be like, oh, this is what people are saying? Is it that I'm not doing enough, or is it that I'm not proving myself enough for them to see that yeah, I can also do it? Or it has always been like that because it has been male dominated for years now? How has that been so far so good? Has there been any problem you had to face, any sort of challenges like this? Miss Victoria.
Well, thank you so much. Yes, it's true, because nothing is easy when it comes to leadership. Yeah. So, let me just take this a real life story. When I came to HCU, and then I've been choosing as a course rep from the department, not even my colleagues. And I was like, I just came to school, and then choosing me as a course rep. How am I going to do this? And then Madam Delight from our department, and it was like, you can do it, so you just have to go. But then I was like, okay. So but as time goes, I was like, oh yeah, so if I should have, ignore what, because I've not done it before, because I've not been a course rep before, I think I'll just be in a dilemma, not knowing what a leadership role is about.
Okay.
Yes. And then with that, there are so many challenges that will come, especially if maybe to be your first time experiencing that kind of leadership position. But you just have to keep trying. And then I think with that, you go far.
With that, you will go far. Well said. And Miss Rebecca, have there been any challenges you faced as a woman in leadership position? Because in my opinion, I don't know, for me to say that it is so nice, it is so amazing to see ladies take up mantles that men have dominated for so long. It is so beautiful. But the type of allegations being laid on ladies like that, you see them and you're like, oh, is this true? And along the way, sometimes their actions can also determine how far it has been for them. Someone has been nominated. For me, like this, I took up the publicity role in parliament because I had no idea they were going to choose me. I was just there randomly one Sunday, and I had a text from our ED, and he was like, hi, this is the role available vacant, and we've so far searched, and we've not seen anybody good enough for this position. Are you willing to? He didn't even ask, are you willing? We are putting you on this position, you have to do it for it. And I was like, ED, with all respect, I have no idea what I'm going to. He was like, no, Tilda, you are already in the field, you can do it. So sometimes we look at ourselves and we are like, no, we can't do it.
Yes.
But others outside see us and they're like, you have the potential to take that up. So is it like some of us, we have self-inferiority with ourselves, we don't believe in ourselves, but others believe in us, and when they end up giving us that role, we do it and do it diligently? Has it been like that in your case?
I would say yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would say yeah, because I remember one time way back in SHS, when I went there fresh, I knew nothing. In fact, I went to school very late. Like, school resumed, I was still at home. Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to school, then they were like, they want to take a course rep for the class. Then 2 guys went. Then my H was like, she wanted 1 lady. They were sitting down. Then I was like, nah, I can do this. Then I went. That was my first time, in fact, standing in front of the whole class. Then I went that, please, I'll do it. And after voting and everything, I had 0 votes, you know. Yeah, so later on was the guys, they were actually working as course reps, but I was just, they made me as an assistant course rep. So I was just trying to help. But it came to a time, they stopped working. And I took the mantle upon myself I was like, yes, if these guys can do it, I can do it. And I started playing the role as a coach rep. And it came to a point where like I was being favored by my HO. Just because I'm working harder than they did. I was being favored by my coach. I was like, no, it's not that way. They gave me the opportunity. You stepped down. So I went for it because I believed in myself that I can do it. You see. So that was how I became the coach rep. Then later they were like, I should go for no, that was assistant girls prefect. I should later go for the mantle of an assistant girl. But I was like, oh, nah, I don't want to. And my HO was like, I believe in you, you can do it. I was like, oh no, I can't. I wouldn't. So I was like, you can do it. And she personally went to buy the forms for me to go for that position.
Okay.
I was like, all right, no problem. Then I went for it. And can you imagine, I got the assistant, like, I got the assistant then. Then they are like, she was so motivating, Becky. I told you can do this, right? I was like, madam, you said it too. You see, that was how it all started. And still then there are instances where people still look down upon you. If not for this person, wouldn't be here. If not for this person, wouldn't be here. But I just have to overlook everything and just go for whatever I want to. And that was it.
Okay, and that was it. So it hasn't been an easy journey for you, per se. It
wasn't easy at all.
It wasn't easy. So had there been a point in life you looked up to one female model when it comes to mentorship and legacies? You've read about this person, you've heard a lot about them, and you're like, I want to be like this person. I want to walk in the shoes of this person. And along the way, you realize it hadn't been easy, but that person never gave up. She fought. And sometimes the circumstances in which the person had to pass through was way, 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 way worse than what you are passing through. Had you ever looked up to anybody and like, this is my role model, I have to be like this person?
Oh, yeah. So many times. I mean, as we are speaking of politics, right now looking at our Ghanaian parliament, we have I won't say a few, we have ladies there, we have women there that are taking up positions. For instance, Honorable Docia, the MP for Jomo. I mean, the woman is doing so very well. Honorable Zaneto is also doing massively well. So even just these two women, when you look at them, you can see that we have things in us. We can do better for ourselves. We don't have to look at the stigma that people are putting out there, because as you said, people will come to you and be like, yes, you are having affairs with the men to get to those positions, but you know within yourself you are not doing that. That is me. You say it, I know I'm not doing it, I will prove you wrong. That rather would make me do better, because as you said, oh, I'm doing this with somebody. When I know I'm not doing it, you will see me up higher. I'm not going to stay there for you to come and say what you said. That's me. So with these women up there, we get inspired, because what they are doing massively well. So they inspire us to also do better. Okay,
so can you just name one of your female role models, like someone you look up to, you vehemently look up to, like you strongly, like every day, any day, when you are sleeping, they tap you and they're like, what do you look up to in the female field? And you're like, oh, it's this person.
Oh, Honorable Zanetta.
Wow. I think that lady is a real big role model for a lot of ladies out there.
I have to go and do more research about the way you are saying it.
Oh, she is very good.
Yeah. Well, can we say it links back to her father's history as well?
Of course.
Because her father has had a great impact in Ghanaian life. Late ex-president.
She just, I mean, an apple doesn't fall
far from the tree. Exactly.
So, I mean, the woman just took her father.
And I think she's the only one who resembles her dad and has taken her dad's ability
so far.
Exactly.
Everything.
Wow.
It's just, she's just smart. I mean, she walks smart, she talks smart.
Can we say smart is an understatement for that lady, because she's all in one.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so that is just by the way. Miss Victoria, your female role models, like.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, that's a great question though. But then sometimes before I will start with that, people say that people that are doing very well, it means that they are from a good home or good family. They say that, and then
how true is that?
I can't believe, and I can't say that if it is true or it's false. Why? Because if you see someone doing well, like you said that she took after her father, it means that the thing is in the house. So someone else somewhere is struggling, like, is it because I don't have, I'm not from a rich family, that's why I don't do this or that. But I'm still doing research about that to know if that's really true, because I think it's affecting some people out there.
Can we say that talk is based on resources from the home, like what you said, someone is from a rich home and the person is doing massively well.
Yes.
Can we say it's because the parents have the resources to sponsor his or her own dreams and ambition? That is why the person is doing so well. And looking at someone that doesn't have the resources, is being held back because you don't know where you are going to get the resources from. Can we say it is based on that? That is also another factor that will lead to you doing so. For instance, we have those two musicians in Nigeria, and what they always say, one was born with a silver spoon, the other was started from the ghetto. Yes. And these two maneuvered their way to the top and they are doing massively well. Even till now, people do say, oh, it's because you were born in a rich family, your father had it, your father is this, has been, like, you guys are wealthy, that's why you were able to. But looking back on this guy's history, he fought his way up because his father doesn't believe in arts.
So do we have to, look up for those people that, or such a people from a rich family, as you are saying, that since she's also doing it, I can also do better, or because I don't have the resource, so let me just pull myself back. Like,
can I say something?
Oh yeah, you can.
I feel like coming from a rich home, that can also be a stigma attached to becoming a leader.
Okay.
Because yes, people would say, oh, because her father or her mother,
we expect you to do better.
They pushed her into this position because, for instance, her father was there, so maybe he made her do
it's not
these
even
courses,
maybe.
and then yes,
exactly.
But some people are not like that. They forced for it. They went for it.
And should we say some parents are very adamant? They are like, I build my legacy. Make sure you build your own.
Yes.
Don't think I have it, so you go misbehaving and thinking I'll come in. Can we say some parents are like that? Because looking at the parenting system we have nowadays, even if your child even if your child is going astray and someone outside, because in an African society, don't think the child is for you alone.
Yes.
The child is for the society. The child is for the community. So if the child is going astray, everybody has the right to correct that child. But looking at the government in which, or the generation in which we are in right now, when your child is doing something bad and someone tends to correct the child, it's an offense. The parents will be like, you didn't know how I suffered when they were saying push, you weren't there, so you have no right, you have no right to correct my child. I have the power. I'm like, so sometimes I come across this things and I'm like, no, it hadn't been like this. Is it that we are adapting so much of the Western culture that we are leaving our tradition behind? And this doesn't affect we ladies, because as we all say, they said every lady is the strong bone of every household. And if a house becomes a home, know that there is a lady in that house. So I don't know. Is it that the ladies of nowadays are losing their leadership values? Because you get to the house and roles that ladies are supposed to play, they are not playing it. Men are doing it. You see a lady who is supposed to like hold a child together, she'll be like, because I'm a self-made girl, I am a business entrepreneur. They end up getting
social media is also influencing all this stuff.
I love that. Yes. They'll be like, oh, because I'm a self-made they excuse me to use this word, it's very profane, bitch. They're like, because I'm a self-made bitch, like blah blah blah. Yes. I can't sit at home 24/7 doing nothing. I can't take care of my children. They end up getting
nannies. Be a housewife.
They end up getting nannies for these children, and some of these nannies, you and I don't know where they are coming from. You don't know the moral values they have. You leave the house and they end up teaching your child something very, very wrong, something you are not used to. And when this child is growing up and giving you different type of attitude and attention, you're like, where did you get this attitude from? Because you didn't get it from me.
Forgetting that you brought a nanny.
You didn't get it from me. You didn't get it from your father. So where did you get this dirty attitude from? Yes. And sometimes we tend to question our own upbringing. Sometimes you look at yourself and you look at your parents and you're like, are you sure this person was the one giving it to me? Exactly. So how bad has this affected we ladies in governance and ladies in leadership positions?
You see, I would say that I'll take my parents for instance. Okay, my parents might be into politics, you get it. They are doing NPP, NDC, or this. We are talking about governors here, right? So, but they might not pay attention to what happens in there. Okay, they are just looking at the outside, but they don't know what happens in there. So, talking about the upbringing, morals are parts. Whereas when we were saying it's Becky, like housewife, nobody wants to be a housewife. Okay, you would want to work, because if you are into politics, I mean, I'm sitting in the parliament, they expect me to come and bring that out, but I'll close. So you have to know how you go about your things. The fact that you are earning much doesn't mean you should spoil your child. Yes. The Bible even says you spare the word and you spoil your child. Yes. So you know how you go about your work, and then you impact. It's all about impact. Fine, there's a nanny coming there. You know how you watch everything that goes on in the house. You put a stop to that. Oh, don't do this to my child.
But
you don't teach her this. If I found this, I'll question you.
Well, sometimes the nanny adheres to your rules and regulations, but the child is a different being born into that household. Exactly. First of all, they are being influenced by parents. Can we say they are nepo babies? Like, they are born into a family where money speaks. Authority rules. Power is just all around. My daddy is this, my mom is this. Course. There is money. After all, you look at her ankles, you are like, because and at the end of the day, some nepo babies are spoiled to the extent that they don't even regard the rules and regulations their own parents give them. And sometimes it's not the fault of the nannies. The nannies are equally scared of their parents. Yes. You get. But these children, in a sense that they are growing up, they've been born into wealth and power. They get everything they need, they have, and they tend to live a life very astray to what their parents want from them. I ended up seeing a viral video that was last year where Governor Ned, Richard Antonio's husband's son, they got him a phone where he said he didn't like the phone, so he sold the phone. He didn't actually sell the phone, he took it to a prom and the phone got stolen, and he decided to buy yam. When the father found out, the father said, I'm not going to get you a phone. I got you a phone, and he decided to take it out for it to get stolen. So don't come to me because you feel I have the money, I should get you another phone. So this boy has been phoneless for like 6 to 7 months, where the stepmom was like, I had to step in. He's using yam, it's not nice. And the yam he's using, they'll see him and be like, Governor Sampa. So the stepmom had to go out. I think it was a party, and the stepmom bought him a new iPhone 15 Pro Max. Yeah. And the guy when they gave the phone to the guy, he didn't even say thank you. He just took the phone. He was like, and he left. And I'm like, really?
Like, seriously?
And I was like, really? For my father to be like, excuse me to use the Africa. I have a 15 Pro Max. Not even a word of appreciation. And you will be like, you just shrug your shoulders, and if they'll call you back and take that phone, the yam you are using crampo, you will not get it
again.
They
even take the yam too, yeah.
So can we say the resources has exposed those children in other, especially nepo babies, like nepo babies with a lot of resources and power around them grow to feel like, and they love saying this, do you know who my dad is? Do you know
my father?
Do you know my father? Like that is one thing alone I don't like hearing. I don't like hearing. Like, who is your father? Yes.
Who's your father? Yeah.
Who is your father?
A human being.
I love that he's equally a human being. Forgetting it was the same power vested in we the citizens that made your father who he is today. Yes. And it could be that citizens can vote against him to take him out of power. So I feel like sometimes these children are not being taught morals.
Of course.
They are not being taught moral, or they lack the parental affection needed at a tender age, so they grow to become as heartless as cold. That they don't love. And sometimes when you hear their stories, you're like, oh no, you can't blame the children. You will blame their parents for not giving them the time, especially mothers. because we believe that mothers are supposed to raise you, are supposed to nurture you so that you go into becoming something. Obenka, a child that becomes something is the pride of the father, but a child that becomes a failure is the sorrow of a mom. So I don't know why, if it is right, it is being given to the dad, but if it is wrong, the mother had to carry everything. So that is where women in leadership position is very significant in Ghana. And we are talking about role models. You ask this Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids that who do you look up to, then they open their mouth when they say
exactly.
My niece is there, Penno. She even mentioned someone's name. She was the one who even introduced me to Lola and Lali. I was like, who are they? And they're like, oh, they are those baddies. I'm like,
yeah, these
So, is it that because there is this belief that leadership positions are for men, so we ladies out there, we accept it that we don't want to go into leadership?
Like that's all. Men are always the head.
Yes.
So we don't even dream of it that, oh, I want to enter leadership position or something. We just accept the fact that they say it's for men, so it's for men.
Can someone beg to differ on this case?
Men are not supposed, like, leadership is not for men alone.
But when you look at, you can't cheat nature.
Yes, we can't cheat nature.
The Bible always tell you that men are the head, but when you come to most of the responsibility, it's being chested by the ladies.
Yes.
Do you realize that?
Yes.
So when it comes, and it has been like that, like over years in memos that it has gotten to the point where we ladies, like, even if a lady wants to, in the olden days, it is advisable for a lady not to enter the chambers of the chiefs and elders when discussions are being held.
Yes.
That rule has been there. But according to Asian story in history, there was this lady that had to break the rule, where she eventually became an emperor after the husband died. She refused to back down. She refused, and it was due to a world war that they were trying to figure out who is supposed to end the war, and the men have done their possible best to no avail. This lady entered, broke all the rules. I think they said if you should enter the chamber when men are having meeting, you are supposed to be killed. But she was like, this is not the time. She's not going to be killed, though. She won't sit here for her country or her land to be demolished. So she entered with suggestions, and when they actually went according to her rules and regulation, whatever problem they were facing, they found solutions to it. And I'm like, if in ancient time where rules were very strict, these ladies could take up such step, why is it that now in the 21st century, where technologies and like platforms are very common, why is it that ladies cannot step up and speak? Ladies cannot talk. And when I was having this discussion with my friends years back, and she told me that an enemy of a lady is a lady.
Honestly,
She was like, an enemy of a lady is a lady, because you see your fellow lady fighting for this position because you've had it easy. You are sitting there and you are like, she can't do it.
Yes.
Or because you are fighting for your position and you see your friend acting, it's like, oh, she maneuvered her way, she had to sleep with these people, she had to do this with these people to get that position. And
it's not common to see a lady fighting
for a lady.
Not even a lady, but fighting for a position,
because it has been dominated by men. We have that fear in us. We have the fear that, oh, if I go, the men had been in the system, they would definitely vote against me for those people. And sometimes, looking at both potential, when you weigh both options, you will realize that the lady has more potential than the men. But if a lady should hold up that position, they don't know what's going to happen at the end. So I tend to ask myself, let me put this general question to the three of you out here today: is it that men are actually scared of ladies that hold positions because they are scared that, oh, when she holds a position, because we know how ladies think. Ladies are not logical, ladies are emotional. So if this should happen to a lady, they are like, oh, if I give her this position right now, something should happen and it's veered towards ladies, she will come and take a drastic action that and they say it's very easy for a lady to think slow, and it's very fast for men to think quick. Because when they need solution in the next 24 hours, a lady can take 7 days to come up with a solution.
That's
no, it's true. ladies are too slow at thinking. They take their time. The ladies don't just see they want to weigh both options, take their time, look at the circumstances beyond now. Like they won't think now what will happen in the next future, what actually brought about. But a man is just looking at the future. He just wants to, okay, I just want to clear this, just take and do this. But a lady is like, what if I do this? What if I don't plan? What if there is no backup plan? That is a lady for you. That's why they say it takes time for a lady to actually come up with a solution than a man, because a man, he'll just look at the possibilities, look at it and tell you that do this. And when you do it, it's ending, but he's not looking at the near future. You get?
Exactly.
He's not looking at the near future. He's not looking at the next possibility or the next action or course of action that would happen if that problem arises again. But we have ladies in position, and I feel like men are actually very scared because of that okay, ladies are actually slow thinkers, ladies are emotional, ladies are
we can be emotional, we can be slow thinkers, but I think we bring out the best results. Honestly, when a man comes home, they come to their wives, oh, this is what happened at work today, or how do we go about it, or this is what is happening, like how do we solve it? They always want opinions from their wives. So if this is the case, why is it that women can't hold positions?
Okay, do you realize you just said when men are going through a lot, they later tend to lead their wives? Do you know the wife can be actually, like, the wife has actually known about the problem for a long time, but she's just sitting quiet, waiting for you, the man, to come, so she tells you. So it's not like the lady is not aware. That's why I always, like, my mom will always tell you, if your wife knows you are cheating and she doesn't talk, it is more deadly than her coming to you, because once she confronts you, whatever pain she has, it has been lifted off. Whatever burden she feels towards you, it's off. But once she's quiet looking like you, she's meticulously calculating and plotting against you, things that you won't even know she's about to do. So I'm like, women are actually very smart, like extremely very smart. But the question still remains, we have smart leaders, we have smart ladies, we have ladies that we know that when they take up mantle of position right now, a lot will change in Ghana. And I'm so happy that we have our first female vice president. Like, the lady is doing so well. The woman, she's doing so despite her age. Like, we all know, and we've seen her fight her way to where she is today. So that type of lady, when she's doing something, no one someone will be like, she had to, no, because we all saw where she started from. We all had to
maneuver her ways.
She didn't maneuver. There'll be comments like that. For sure, there'll be comments like that.
Yes, because it has been like that. Because before, in the history of Ghana, it has always been the men that took up that position. So it became a shock to Ghanaians and other countries where, like, we have our first female because when the first female president was elected in Liberia, it was after a war. But when that lady became president, we all saw how Liberia transformed. It wasn't logic, it was emotion. She felt it because she was a mother.
She's a mother.
She felt that kind of pain. So she didn't think like or how men would think. She thought like how a mother would feel in that position. That was how come Liberia is where they are today, because of that lady. And right now, looking and that we only have 14% of ladies in power. Is it that the men are scared to leave or hand over that position to the ladies, or the ladies are just, can we say some ladies are very lazy?
Some ladies are lazy, but some are also intimidated.
Yes. Can you elaborate more on that?
Some feel like, as we've been saying, they can't do it. Yeah, the men are there. This work, I can't go about. I don't know about politics. What do I know? You get it. How am I going to compete with this man? So let's take the 14% for instance. How are they competing with the rest? They are just a few. If it's out of 100%, that's like 86% of men. How are 14% of ladies competing with 86%? That's crazy. You get it? So that makes a lot of people feel so intimidated. I can't do it. So they just step back.
But we've always heard that adage: if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation. Me, if I should say something pertaining to that, as the host, I don't have a say on issues like this. I only have to facilitate and moderate how the discussion goes. But if I should be asked a question like that, and I would say the advocacy of girl child education is because we feel like, the 21st century, they should know better. That is what our parents will tell you. That kind excuse me to say, that kind of mentality our parents had, because even as at now, some of our grandfathers still believe the kitchen is for the ladies.
Yeah, some of our fathers too.
Yes, because
even the guys.
Women should be submissive.
The Bible says it, but is it not the kitchen? Is it not so nice when we see men supporting ladies' dream? Like, I came across a tweet where a man supported the wife to graduate from law school, and the lady is now a barrister. And according to the post, the man actually tweeted on X, and the man was like, I'm proud to support my lady through this phase of life because she's a strong woman. And I was like, wow, so we have intentional men out there. And I was going through the comments, and one comment caught my attention, and I was like, So he was like, me get married to a lawyer or support a woman to become a lawyer, he would rather be dead. He would rather die. They'll bury him, his 4 generations, before he will support a lady to become a lawyer. Then the man was like, if you reach your 10, no support woman. And I was like, wow, because the way this man was supporting his wife, and I'm like, so it was so nice. And when they asked him why he made that comment, he was like, women of today, if you see when they say 10, I was like, to me, I was like, that man was actually scared.
Yes,
because he believes that he is the man, he wants to rule over things,
exactly.
And he's scared that the day he loses power, the lady will take control. So in situations like this, you realize that it's not like they are not intentional about what they do. They know when ladies take up positions that they men dare not take, and it is going to be hell for them. Because in our homes, when you see, sometimes it's the fault of the ladies too, because when the man breaks down and you, the lady, starts taking care of their home,
they get tired.
It's not even about getting tired. Like, you hear, has your mother done this for you before? that kind of insult and other stuff, and they will be like, do this one thing. When was the last time you take care of the house again? When was the last time you provided security for us again?
I'm the one taking care of you.
I'm the one taking care of you. So when I say something, you have to shut up. That kind of mentality has been there, has been there, and it's so bad. And I feel like sometimes we the ladies too, we are our fault, because when they give us the position, we tend to misbehave. In a case like this, let's use our national cases, the Cecilia case. The Cecilia Dapa case, we have Mr. Dinam's case as well, and those people were ladies that other people were looking up to. Listeners, one of our guests just joined us in the studio, and she just joined us in the studio, and we apologize for that. So our guest goes by the name Miss Ruth Ama. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
You are late.
I'm very late.
Okay, you have to apologize to the listeners.
I'm very sorry. I'm from a far place. Actually.
Okay. Apology accepted. So listeners, one of our judges just joined us from the camp of YIP, and she is also a clerk of parliament, and yes, we will also get to join her. She would be involved in the conversation as time goes on, but we are having a discussion before she came. So ladies, you were actually saying something. It's like the ladies tend to misbehave. We have Cecilia Dapa case like this. This lady was actually one vibrant lady Ghanaians were actually looking at. Like, and a lot at the end of the day, how many years? It wasn't even up to the 80s before cases started rising. So she had to
she had to step down for like a whole year. So we would say crown for 7 years. You see, sometimes I believe when they say power corrupts power, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. In a sense that these ladies, they feel like immediately you give them the power, they're like, yeah, oh God, pata. It is me against the world. What I say is final, but we've realized that is not how a leader leads. A leader is actually a servant, because once you say I, you become a boss. But once you say we or let's do it, you become a leader. But those ladies, they feel like, oh, because I've suffered, you don't know what I go through. And sometimes you start from the ground roots. A lady, you know that, oh, this lady is fit to do this position. But you the man who wants to give her that job, is asking for something in return and not anything to sexual offense. Once these ladies tend to give in, we realize that the respect is not there. They tend to misbehave, and they have leverage on you, the man, because you don't know what these ladies can do. Some ladies are wicked, though. Do we know that? We are very. I love that we are manipulative. So when it happens like that, it was a hard. And in a situation where women tend to misbehave, they tend to carry ladies' issue more often than men, because men, it is constant. They will definitely misbehave. You get it? They will definitely misbehave. But you, the lady, they feel like you suffered your way through to that place, so you are supposed to behave very well. It's not you that will get to that place and be misbehaving. So that's why they tend to, like, should I say, put more focus on ladies' crime than men, because it's once in a while. Can we say the law actually favors men over women, or the law favors women over men? Miss Ruth, you just join in, so you can't take that as for us.
Okay, thank you very much once again. So we know that we are in a men-dominated era. So ladies are seen as people that are meant to be at home. So when responsibilities are given to them, they might not be able to do it effectively. So I think this opportunity are given to the men, rather thinking there are less responsibilities on them, so they can carry it out. So that's what I think.
Okay, Miss Victoria.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, that is what we believe, that the opportunity should be given to the men, because when it comes to the leadership process for men. But I think for now, we should just accept the fact that is not true, because we women too, like, let's start from our vice president, the Her Excellency Nana Opoku-Agyeman. Like, he's also a woman.
You've omitted one title,
Professor. Her Excellency Professor Nana
Thank you.
Opoku-Agyeman. Yes, let's look up to that beautiful woman. And what I think she was a vice chancellor for UPS or something. Yes, so that means that even the women, we can lead at a higher position. We are not just followers, but decision makers. So I think we should also look up for people like that. Yes.
Okay. So we all know that leadership position comes with a lot of challenges, right?
Yes.
So our listeners will be listening, like, okay, I want to ask this question. Can you share an experience where you felt like you were breaking a glass ceiling or pushing boundaries in your industry? So in a sense that you look at what you are doing, you look back and you're like, had I known, I should have stayed back. But you look and you're like, there are people who need people like me. People who need me to speak for them. And I believe that our voices, it doesn't take one, it takes two, it takes three to make a change. So I believe that our voices alone can actually shape. But we had one lady, this is the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, yes, Thank you very much. sorry, listeners, about that. Yes, the late Kunidu Ajiman Rollins, right? She was a women activist. She was a women, like she empowered women. We saw her. We saw how she empowered women both on national grounds and international. She empowered women globally, but I feel she wasn't appreciated enough. She wasn't celebrated enough, and really this once a lady helps us, we forget, and I felt like she wasn't appreciated enough. And this lady has done more than what any other lady in power has done for Ghanaian women, because she didn't just speak, she used herself for the other women of Ghana. And I could say it was, if I say this, I'll sound biased, so let me just not say it. So she actually fought for ladies. But somewhere, had it been a challenge, like had it been a time before, like, I can't do this, let me just give up. Miss Rebecca, can you start for us? Then it goes round.
Alright. Sorry. Alright, that was when I got the position of the assistant girls prefect. Things were very difficult for me. Out from home to school, like a whole lot. Pressure was at home, pressure was from me, and all of a sudden, I don't know, my academics too started draining, like everything was going crazy. So I felt like, nah, I can't do this, like I can't add this position to my headache already, but I don't know, I just have to keep motivating myself. This too shall pass, I can do it. You see, that's the same thing. When I came to university, to the same thing. Currently, I'm the assistant financial secretary in my department, and I don't know, it wasn't easy. Because my friends were like, Becky, I want you to go for this. I was like, no, I can't. There's pressure because I'm at YIP, I'm holding lesser positions too, but I can't add this one. They're like, you should go. The department needs you. You see, I was like, all right, no problem. I went, and still there's pressure. Because 2-for-7 meeting here and there, I don't know how to cope with everything, but I just have to manage. And all in all, I'm still okay. Yes, I've passed through it. I can say, yeah, I'm still in it. I can do it. Yes.
This what I okay, Miss Ruth, you are also a young lady, a youth for that matter, who is also holding the mini chamber of panel, like should I say, I used to call the YIP movement the mini parliament of Ghana, and we are all young ladies today holding up significant roles in the mini parliament. How has it been for you? How are the challenges? Have you ever faced any challenges or setbacks that you felt like if I had seated at home it would have been better? Because honestly, Miss Victoria,
I went to a department that I want to resign, and then they said no. So it's true. And then my class people, I called them that we have to meet after class, and I was like, please, I want to resign. They said no. And then one person stood up, was like, please, are you guys ready to change your course? And they all said no. Like, and even when it comes to our departments, hospitality and tourism departments, I'm the general secretary. With that, I've been close with our former president, departmental president. And then even as at now, I know they will come for me, they're listening to me. I said I will not go. So the 4 that they gave to me, because I didn't even pay, I was just there and then hand over ceremony. Because they see that I can do that. And then for them voting for you, selecting you, now it's on you to,
giving your best.
Encourage yourself that, yes, now those voters for you, they are gone.
I'm not trying to take the wind out of her. So I remembered one time I was actually learning. Yes, I was learning at dawn. And that day I decided to prep for show and learn at the same time. So I was multitasking at the same time. And I looked at the books I was reading and what I was doing, and I broke down in tears. I was like, God. So I broke down in tears and I had to call one of my friends. You know what he said? Yeah. If it is you that is breaking down, then me, what should I do? I was like, what if whatever underestimated me to pick up what I was doing if I meet that thing one-on-one, I will ask it, because it's not easy. Sometimes I can be doing whatever I'm doing, then I don't know where the tears come from. Then you see me tearing up, like I'll be boiling, and I will just call my friends and they're like, you pa, and they like, I feel like with that statement alone, you know that no, you are worth something more. Someone somewhere is also looking up to you. Sometimes I can break down, I'll be crying. Then when I call them, they're like, if you are calling me, then I don't know what myself I'll do, because we all look up to you. One looked up to me and was like, do you know you're actually very smart? I see you and I feel like, okay, I can also do what I am supposed to. Because when I was growing up, I was this reserved person. I don't talk back. Now I'm the talkative. I'm the outgoing one. And when my brother says, it's like, are you sure they don't give it to this girl? Because sometimes I just look at the thing, I feel like I can't do it, but immediately I enter, I'm like, it was a mistake. It's a mistake. Like, I can't do this. But people you don't even see, people you don't see, people like secretly cheer for you, pray, you push. And sometimes you don't even know, because sometimes you see yourself, you break down, you're like, you can't do it, but you don't know where you get the energy from to push up, keep pushing till you get to where you get to. And when you get to where you get to now, they want credibility. They want everything. You guys, they want you to give them everything. Like, like I was saying, back to you, had there been a time you had to face a lot of challenges, like challenges that you ask yourself, you had to question your inabilities and ask yourself, if I had sat at home minding my business, I wouldn't be going through what I'm going through right now.
Yes, and this afternoon, coming back from church, I should be sleeping, eating, but here I am talking about politics.
But you have to do something for the youth.
So I would say I'm the ambassador for that aspect, because from my SHS time to now, maybe I joined YIP last year, and few people realize I'm a very shy type, actually. Very shy type.
Join YIP now, they are very outgoing, and I'm like, wow. So this movement is actually making a lot of impact. Like, for we that are inside and we are not seeing it, but those that are outside who know us and who know the then us and now us, they'll be like, oh, you've actually changed. I used to know one guy who joined a YIP. That guy was a ragged ruffian, like, excuse me to say, very, very notorious. But you see him now dressing like a gentleman, acts like a gentleman, speaks like a gentleman. And when he sees you a lady walking around in the house, he'll be like, are you a lady pa? Can I help you with your bag? So when he approaches me here, can I help you with your bag? I'll be like, hey,
you've changed.
What happened exactly? And I'll be like, why you? And I'm like, oh wow, it's actually seriously, those of us are not seeing the impact. For others, they are actually seeing a lot of impact, because it's like we are breaching the gap. Like we serve as the mouthpiece for the youth and the government. So I don't know. First of all, I would love to use this platform to say a big congratulations to the YIP movement and each and every one of us that are struggling to make an impact. We're actually doing very well. And a big congratulations going out to us. Back to you, Miss.
Yeah, so I was saying, from my SHS era, I was given the position as the assistant head girl. Sometimes I look at myself, I don't expose myself, I don't show myself, so why this position? I was going for the ATA prefect by then, but when I went to the vet room, they were like, nah, they are giving me that.
People are actually looking at you.
Yeah, but so when I went to the tertiary, that was training college. Yeah, I'm a teacher by profession. Wow. When I went there facilitator. So when I went there were lots of difficulties. I told myself I'm not taking part in anything called responsibility or position, but it surely found me. Yeah. So with that, I think a friend, Della, suggested I join the YIP because of my stage fright, my shyness. I cannot talk in public.
Can we address that one alone another time?
Exactly.
Can we address that stage?
Oh no. Kids, but in public,
can we address that stage fright something, because it's also another problem we face. Hey, like you see people that you feel like, oh me, I can do it. Just mount at that podium, you start shivering. Like I'm like,
the words will be mixed up.
and
L and the R.
And there was annoying parties. Imagine seeing your best friend sitting at the wrong front. When the she or she is misbehaving or making funny suggestions, like you would just be so confused. So
so with that, I was thinking, okay, if I had known, I would have gone through these mentorship programs to be able to build myself. So if I were to look out for a coach or a mentor, yes, I think I will pick it up from there to be able to help me more. But since I joined the YIP, I think I'm going to make progress. Even coming here, I was like, our Senate president, I was like, please, I'm shy, I can't come here. He was like, no, I should take it easy. So I think,
I always get this remark of that you actually speaks very well, you actually speak well, you're actually very fluent, you are bold, and I'm like, me, like the first when they say the first now, are you sure it was me you heard? They were like, yeah. They were like, nah, you are actually very good. I'm like, I'm learning. I'm learning, and they see me and they're like, okay, if you are learning, then we that we don't know, then what will we do? And I'm like, wow.
So can we say that this shyness is pulling some of us or the young lady from entry into politics? Because and I'm shy, I can't do it. But people out there are seeing you that this girl, she should be given this opportunity. I think something good will come out from her.
Like you seated there right now. Even she's sitting there right now, we cannot attest to the fact that she's being reserved. But when she speaks, she actually speaks very well. She's actually making point. So I asked myself, why are you not the one taking up this whole thing? Like, yes, it's not like you are being shy. Sometimes you feel like people know you when you go, don't respect you, don't respect your opinion because you're a girl. So imagine you one girl out of 99 boys, and you won't talk. Do you think they will listen to you?
What you're coming to say, Grad, you know?
Sometimes we feel like, oh, so far it's already male dominated. Why should I bother? It's just the setback. What has been there, it has been written. It has been there for a while. Should I say time in memorial before some of us were even born? The issue had never changed. It has always been there. Men from our homes, our schools, because I don't know. Men, like, should I say we've idolized men as people that without them society cannot succeed?
That's what we believe, that leadership is for men.
Men, I don't believe that. I would beg to differ.
That's what the world believes.
Well, so
because even when I came, that was level 100. One of my psychology lecturer was like, Victoria, you have to go for SRC. And I say, hey, says who? So when Madalisa, right? She won. I was like, oh, then meaning I can also do it. So when I think they did some handover for the cultural troop, some cloth and stuff, and then I was standing right beside her. I was like, the next 2 years I'm going to stand for SRC. She said, yeah, that's good. And then one of my lecturers told me that I don't have to let my position
be out.
Yes, or maybe because you are the secretary for department, maybe assistant clerk for relation like YIP, and then course rep. So I shouldn't be thinking of those kind of things, and then my CGPA will be coming down because they appointed you, but they will say that she didn't do well, she didn't even perform well when she graduated and stuff. So the position, sometimes it will be given to you, but you have to, manage it with your education and stuff. Those people we are seeing out there, our Her Excellency Professor Zenana Pukwaji. So maybe if right now we should sit her down, sometimes we'll be like, oh, so it's not easy as we are saying. Like I started by asking this question, that is it that people from a well family or rich family can go into some of them, they didn't see like that, but they believe for themselves. I think that one too has broke them that kind of stereotype that a leadership position are for men. Yes, so that's it.
A country where a man has dominated presidential seat for over 40 years.
Yes.
Miss Wilhelmina.
Okay, so my take, leadership, women can take on leadership. As I was saying this afternoon, I felt like, oh, I'm tired. I should be sleeping. My auntie was like, Mina, won't you eat? I said, Mommy, no, I have YIP Talk Show. She was like, I thought your sittings are once a month. I was like, this one is talk show at the radio station. I have to come. You get it. My cousin is busy sleeping. But here I am.
Why are you emphasizing on the sleep? We are all tired.
Yes, you see, but that's what I'm saying. These are some things that will break you down. People are there relaxing, but because you know what you want, so you are doing things. So someone will be sitting somewhere. Some people ask me, so why do they pay you?
Yes.
That should I say that is one question that pisses me off.
you?
Like,
So
when I'm trying to make your life easy, because the YIP is not just for me, it's not my gain, it is also for your betterment. Then should I say it's ignorance? Because you have no idea what it is all about. You tend to ask me, are they paying me? So must they pay me before I seek the betterment for your future and my future?
Because I was busy making reports for the next sitting, so you're typing all these things. Mina, did they pay you? How much did they give you? I'm like, no, I'm not being paid. You don't get allowance. Like questions like this. Somebody will just, so what do you know about politics? Like
forgetting you have to start counting A before you can pronounce words.
What do you know? Okay, so how the country is going, but you've not seen it. I'm like, so you want me to use one day, or I should be the one to come and fix the country like that? All these things, you sit down. If you don't think about yourself, like you don't know what you want, you just drop.
Can we say, based on what you just said, can we say bad governance has corrupted the mindset of the youth? Because in the sense that we've all been in Ghana, we've all went through it. I don't want to name any political party, but the five of us seated here know how it has been over the years, and the changes in government and what we are seeing. And can we say, due to government, like policies and governance, it has corrupted the mindsets of the youth, so that they'll be like, anything concerning national issues is none of my business.
Yes.
Ignorance.
And I feel like
sometimes it's not ignorance. Sometimes they are aware, but the leadership in which they went through, the leader that led them has actually broken them. Like,
anything that happens,
it's none of my business. Anything involving youth, because look at the number of people that refused to vote. That was last 2 years. It was mega. The number was crazy. And it has never happened in the history of Ghana where youth refused to vote, because that vote alone could actually make one political party win. But bad governance. I remembered when Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said Ghanaians are very peaceful until you temper with their peace. The day they go radio silence on you, that day you would know that you've actually crossed them. So I feel like the youth are not angry enough. The ladies are not angry enough. The ladies are not fighting enough, because what one lady can do, it's great. It's actually very big. But what ladies in groups can do can change the world. And this is something we ladies, and I said this, and all of you here agree to the fact that ladies are actually ladies' enemy.
Yes, very true.
Because you see your friend moving up, because you're not getting it easier. Evelyn will be like, oh, she has to sleep with these people. And the crazy part is, they'll say it behind you. When they see you, they smile with you. I'm like, wow. But in that instance, can we say the men are actually doing very well?
Well,
we can't say for sure because you are not among them, but in my opinion, I would say the men are actually doing very because you will hardly hear a man and a man beefing and not talking again. A man and a man going around telling that, oh, this my friend, he's like this. Like, we hardly hear of those men.
Yes.
And even when you see the type of men that go around doing that, you would understand that it's because they were raised among ladies.
Yes.
That is why they turn out to be this way. So sometimes I would, when we analyze this whole thing, the problem is for we the ladies, and we are our own solution as well. We can't just sit down and allow any man to do it for it. But before we come back, we are going for a quick musical break. When we return, we still set the ball rolling, and we will be opening our phone lines for you, our cherished listeners, to also join into the conversation. Stay tuned. Welcome back from that quick commercial break. And before the commercial break, we promised you, our cherished listeners, that we are going to open the phone lines for you to join in today's discussion. But the ladies are still here with me in the studio, and we are discussing women in leadership position. We are breaking barriers. We are trying to tackle what the problem might be for we ladies that are not holding our leadership position. Ladies, welcome back from that musical break. So we were talking about challenges ladies face in holding leadership position, and it was very unfortunate that Ms. Wilhelmina couldn't give her voice on that opinion. So we are back with you, and we are going to start with you. So, Miss, how has it been? Challenges. Have you ever sat somewhere and someone was like, were you given a leadership position, pardon, and someone somewhere or your fellow girl somewhere will be like, oh, she had to sleep with someone to get that position. Have you ever actually faced such a setback before?
Oh, honestly, I haven't heard from any mouth of my female friend, okay? But then actions speak louder than words. Even let me go back to junior high school. Honestly, I don't know how to free sketch, like using my hand to sketch. But when it comes to like using instruments, pre-tech class, I normally get 8, like 7, and then the guys are getting like 4 and things. You know how like, oh, this teacher likes hair and things.
Why is it always like that?
you guess it.
Why is it
of the girls? Because pre-tech, when they are marking, they look at the neatness, your pencil lines and everything. So if you do that, then you're getting your manager like, because this teacher likes it, that's why she's getting marks. We were just like 3 girls, so it turned out that we were like the teacher's favorites. So every time they are tagging us fellas girls, and even on campus, like now, somebody, I think, one friend asked me, oh, like, who is my guy in YIP, like that, like, do I have anything? You get it? So when they see us like with the guys' clothes and things, they feel like something is going on. And even with SRC, with the previous parliament, I was part of the welfare committee. Wow. You get it? So people think that, oh, maybe she had to do this, maneuver her waist to get there and things. No. When they see me with our previous vice president, Kim, Cyril, we've all been like, amen.
Yes, that is exactly.
People have that. So even, when was that? Thursday after class, Cyril was on campus.
I remember working with Cyril. One of my mates said
your husband is going.
I was working with Cyril Thursday in the evening just to go to the SRC office to meet them, discuss something, and someone was like, is it because she wants to aspire for the next SRC president? That's why she's trying to. I'm like, you see, and my intentions of aspiring for the SRC president, I will back off. He was like, no, don't let anybody talking that you from achieving what you want to hinder. And it's a whole lot. Like sometimes we ladies, we actually want to, but what we hear, the talks people say, what they say, and sometimes you have no idea what is going on, but you just be working and you realize that your name is all over looking back. And I had a lot. For instance, I faced a lot, and when I told these people, because I went to visit them, I'll use myself as an example. I went to visit the 2023 GMB Queen and the 2025 GMB Queen. I met the both of them. I was supposed to work for them, and when I met them, I took pictures with them. So when I took pictures with them after work, I posted it, and according to the caption, I wrote what the current queen said. And then one person decided to comment, and then was like, it was true connection.
That's what you know. They don't know you work hard for it.
So the last time I was actually prepping for a show, I had to work at the same time prepping for a show, and I had to go and plan someone's event again. And I did a video, and I was like, look at the time some of us are going to bed. But then it was actually 4 something. I wasn't even done. I wasn't even half close to what I was supposed to do. And I was tricking, and I was like, most of you would be sleeping. Others will be burning the midnight candles just to have a future for themselves. And when you see them attain what you fail to attain, you say they had to maneuver their ways to themselves. Hey, it is God that will punish you. Alone, from what I have witnessed and what I have seen, sometimes I feel like, let me just relax. Anything relating to leadership position, or even if I can do, let me just keep quiet and watch whoever they will give it to. And sometimes the same people that will vote for you to do it will be the same people to backlash you when something goes wrong. So sometimes you have to weigh both options and be like, just don't do it.
But you know that for guys, they don't mind.
They don't care.
Whatever you say, they don't mind.
Like sometimes we will say society has trained them like that, because initially men are not supposed to break. Men are not supposed to show their emotions. So even no matter how stupid, no matter how stupid you sound, you will never see a man show emotions in public. That is why they feel they are fit. Like we say, men are logical, ladies are emotional. So like you see, that's why when it comes to leadership positions, it's not just about can you do it. It's the mentality behind how you can handle it. So imagine a lady being handling a rape case. You see, this is where the problem comes in. A lady handling a rape case, or a lady handling a murder case, and the murder was through rape. The lady is not going to be logical about it. She's going to be very emotional about it, and her verdict will be based on her emotion. But the man is going to be logical, and his verdict is going to be very logical, not based on emotion. Though he will feel pain, but he's not going to express his emotion in his verdict. So that is why it is very scarce for ladies to hold up like leadership position, in my opinion, because it's not just about how you handle it or how good you can handle it. It is about the mindset. Can you emotionally stand this? Can you? Because ladies, there's small thing here, we are kind, but we are the most wicked people. Genuinely, we are very emotional about we are wicked. Very, very emotional about your okay. So sometimes it's not just about she can do it. It's the emotional. I remember telling someone, when you are debating on political issues, don't show your emotions, because you are debating on political issues, and we will use one of our own as an example. In the house, we always debate with emotions, like always debating with emotions, twisting facts, and when you try to correct them, they are like, what do you know? It's not a matter about what do you know. One thing you should know is politics is a game of strength, game of endurance. You have to be strong. You are going there with emotions, you will break. So sometimes I feel like the ladies are not emotionally strong enough to hold up the leadership positions that are supposed to be given to them, and security reasons to also count, because the ladies now, they have to have multiple securities. And most of it, the ladies, imagine going somewhere for a convention, or you are going somewhere to talk, like an MP or president. You yourself could attest to the fact that lady cannot go with one security. That lady cannot go with two security. You have to have multiple security. But if it is a man, 3 or 4 is okay, because you yourself, you have some combat skills packed somewhere. Yes, you get. But the lady, society will always tell me we vulnerable. Society will tell us vulnerable, and it will be hard for a lady to actually take up a position that involves emotion and not break down. So can we say it is not just how good we are doing that work, but emotions and logics also count when they want to hand over a leadership position? And through vetting, they would know are you fit for this position. If not, you can actually take up the position. Ladies, who would go for it?
Okay, so first to start with, I really admire one person. That is the Director General of Ghana Prison Service, Madam Patience Bafo-Ebony. That woman, if you just look at her composure and everything, a lot of men can take up after her or that position, but she got it with what? Her hard work. I think her husband is the
chief inspector.
Yeah, exactly. So if she can do it, why not we the other ladies too? Why not the young ones coming up? So the notion that men are seen as maybe the go-getters, they are fully logical about any decision they make. We women too, our issue is we see each other as threats. Where one person is, going up, we are being maybe envious about her. How did she get there? She got a favor from, the upper hand. Yeah, that shouldn't be.
Which upper hand? Some of them just speak, should I say, some of them just speak fallacies without facts.
Yeah.
And when you even want to get into that whole talk, and I love ladies that sue other ladies for defamation, because I don't know why you would just hate on someone. Like, you are hating on someone, and whatever the main reason why you are even hating is you failed to achieve whatever she's achieving. So you are trying to tarnish her name, defame her. So personally, I'm not trying to be the wicked person. I'm not trying to promote anything that sue this person, but it is nice if a lady sue another lady for defamation. That will promote hard work and not envy.
In my opinion, giving them the opportunity, they can't do what you can do.
Exactly.
Our goals are not the same.
Yeah, they cannot do it.
I really love what Miss Will just said right now, because someone told me that we are born with different destinies.
Yeah.
Your ambition is different from mine. My goal is different from yours. So if you see me achieving what I am achieving, don't think we are on the same drive.
Go get yours.
Wow. Don't think you're on the same drive.
Yeah.
Yours might come in 20 years time. Mine will come in 20 years time. The time just differs. So don't be envy. Miss Victoria.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, so that's it, like my colleagues are saying. They are really on point. And then with that matter, I think the question I'm asking myself is that, so those kind of stuff, ladies having each other, is it part of some of the threat, or what is keeping us to enter leadership, or what? Because what you are saying about how, or maybe, yes, the threats or the barriers that are pulling us back. So is that the reasons why women cannot go into, because as you said, it's 14%, right? Yes. So is that
and we want to attain 50-50 as at 2030. How possible is that?
Very possible.
Very possible.
We'll be there at that time. I'll be there.
then we
want
have
equal
to
gender.
our senior women leaders. So
Okay.
if we want to listen to our colleagues who are, talking back at us, I think we can't do anything.
It's the mindset.
And you said something that we should look up to our senior women in position.
Leaders, yes.
Yeah, this brings me to the viral question Ghanaians are asking. How many of you know that the CEO of EcoBank is a lady?
EcoBank.
How many of you know that the CEO of Telecel Ghana is a lady? Just imagine these wonderful women in higher positions, yet don't have the platform to come and talk to the leaders. These are the ladies that most of us fear or want to be like, but the platform is not given to them to come and talk. But we see the same platform given to men to talk. And we tend to ask ourselves, is it that the ladies are not doing enough? They are actually doing enough. And we tend to ask, people tend to be like, oh, is it because they're all already do quick, or they are seeing themselves, they flex, and that exactly. And some of them too, when you approach them, they are like, oh no, I can't help you. Like, is it because most of the Ghanaian youth are saying that it is high time these ladies take our platforms and talk to we the youth. They have to come out and talk, because a lot. I never knew the CEO of EcoBank Ghana is a lady. I had no idea the CEO of Telecel Ghana is a lady. There are other big companies and national companies in Ghana that ladies are running them and still running their homes. And they still manage it very, very well. Imagine giving that position to a man who is also a family man. How well do you think he will balance family affairs with work affairs? One question still stands. Miss Ruth, do you have something to say?
Yes. So talking about the coaching and mentorship, women assisting with the younger ones to be like them. Looking at the music industry, when her viral music hit her because of Tracy, she quickly took her to mentor her with Coco Shea. There's this podcast show, the Saito Girls.
Yeah.
I think you've yes. The Saito Girls, they came to TV3 recently. So if we have people like Sewa and other celebrities, big women we are looking up to, take after these Saito Girls and mentor them, by the time they reach SHS, I think they'll be able to have that zeal and confidence to, take part in anything they want to take. So I think the women out there should be able to assist with the younger ones. They should have these women empowerment programs that will be able to uplift our spirits.
And the question still stands: the women empowerment program. How many of we the youth are ready to lead that? Because sometimes it's not like the opportunities are not there for the ladies. It is actually very there, but the ladies refuse to. It is now time for us to activate our phone lines. You, our cherished listeners, can join the discussion via WhatsApp, SMS, or even call us on 0200 312 935 or 0240 660 208 020 031 2953. Ladies, so we're actually saying something before we activated the phone lines for our cherished listeners to join in. Miss Rebecca, you've been quiet for so long.
Yeah, I want to add up to what my colleague has said, talking about the mentorship and I'm adding up to what my colleague said. She was talking about the mentorship and women empowerment. There was this She Leads project that happened some time ago, and I tried following it. And one lady said something that it touched me. She's Teresa Ayuade. She's the CEO of Charterhouse Production. She was like, to succeed in every field, you must stop seeing yourself as just a girl. You must see yourself as being part of the earth with a purpose. Like you came to this earth with a purpose, so you must be very intentional about whatever you do. Just be intentional. You can do this. If there's any position, go for it. You must be very intentional about it. Yes, that was what she was saying. And I don't know, I felt really touched. And since then, I've been working with it, and really, it has really helped me. It is really shaping my life well. Yes. And even there was this lady also, Nana Oyado Bam, the name yeah, she's a politician, a barrister also. And she was like, women whose leadership style runs counter to female stereotypes often experience resistance to backlash.
Can you come again?
She was like, women whose leadership style runs counter to female stereotypes often experience resistance to backslash.
Okay.
Yes. And that one also, it's about the stereotypes ladies experience when going for leadership positions. You must ignore all those stuff and go for it. Because day in, day out, there are going to be people saying this and that, people discouraging you and a whole lot, but you must still go for it. Yes, you must go for it and ignore whatever they are saying. That way, you are going to achieve whatever you are set to achieve.
Okay. Miss Wilhelmina.
Okay, in addition to what the word said, I wanted to touch on this point. Miss Ruth said something about the younger ones. When we go into our schools, probably let's take even senior high, or let's even come to our tertiary campus and let's ask a few people of their fundamental rights. They can't see, they don't know.
You don't know.
So I feel like the training should also start from there. With citizenship, it should be included. It just shouldn't be about the drug abuse and the lack of. I mean, it should be there. Yes, It should be taught so that they would have insights about like good ones about it, so that when they are into the political stuff, they'll know what to say. They'll base on facts and not say factual things like. No, do not say fallacies. They'll talk about facts.
Okay.
So I feel like we should look into that.
Very well said. And we are going to mention the phone lines again. I actually made a mistake with the first one, so I beg you guys, pardon me. So I'm coming to activate the phone lines again. And you can call us via our WhatsApp, SMS, or even our. You can call us via WhatsApp, SMS, or call us on 0200 312 935 or 0240 660 208. 0200 312 935 or 0240 660 208. Miss Victoria, any concluding words or anything you want to say to conclude?
Okay, thank you. As today's topic, women in leadership, breaking barriers and shaping governance, I think for now it's better than before, right? If I'm not mistaken, how women are going into leadership or governance, it's better than before. So I'm just not okay with all based on exact what they should do to read the young women, so that to put our fears aside and go into leadership. But then we should one thing is that we should trust in ourselves. We shouldn't keep listening to others. At least know what you can do and then do it better.
Know what you can do and do it better. Miss Ruth, any final words?
Okay, so for our dear listeners, I would like to touch on certain women empowerment programs where they can go and search or get in touch with them to be able to help them. We have the UNESCO Mastercard Foundation DARE program, which focuses on the digital and vocational training for rural women and young mothers. They also train them on ICT and entrepreneurship skills. They teach them how to, make their income, how to set up business and other stuff. We have the Soronko Academy, a coding and tech skills program that has trained over 20,000 women and girls, opening up employment opportunities. So what I'm trying to say is you cannot sit at home and see other ladies making it. No. You have to start from somewhere. I'll use myself as example. I never believed I'll be here or join any YIP. No, yes. Because of my notion that, no, I'm timid, I can't make it. No. So from now onwards, I've made that decision. I'm not going to have that notion again. So I think you taking a step to join these organizations that will improve you, your confidence. I think that one will be better. Yeah, so that's it.
Very well said. Miss Rebecca, any final words?
Yeah, I would like to say when it comes to decision making, I don't think we should just look at the male aspect. We must involve our females or our ladies in it. No matter the situation, whether the matter is small or bigger, we must involve our females in it. That way, it's not be like we are, looking out for only the guys and leaving our ladies out of it. Yeah. So we must involve them. Yeah.
Miss Wilhelmina, any final words?
Yeah, so all I will say is that we the women shouldn't be intimidated. We should go for what we want.
Okay.
We should trust ourselves. That's all. It's all about trust. I believe in myself. I can do it. So therefore, I have to go get what I want. That's also. We shouldn't get intimidated by what people say. We shouldn't listen to them. Because sometimes if you listen to people, you don't get what you want in class. Everywhere you find yourself, do what you want to do. Be yourself. That's so be you, and you will get there.
Be you and you would get there. So our cherished listeners, we've heard the discussions, we've heard our beautiful ladies, goal oriented, very educative, coming today in our studios to help you and I understand why it is very necessary for ladies to take up leadership position. It is a wrap, and if you in case you missed today's episode, you can join us or get in touch with us on the YIP Talk Show on YouTube and X. So today we are concluding and saying that yes, indeed, ladies must take up leadership positions. Until then, see you same time next week. Bye bye.